So as Patch and I are driving off just a few minutes away from where we live in the Scottish borders, and we're just heading up to record a song in the woods there, my first time recording a song in the woods, I just wanted to share why. And so for me, it's about trying new things. I've never tried to record like a song, or record like a kind of album song in the woods before, nature, and I've never done it because there's so many fears attached, like will the weather be warm enough, will there be lots of wind, will there be dog walkers and dogs that are just, you know, annoying Patch and I. And this particular place is a super beautiful location where it's like these huge tall trees. I think they're like pines, but they're really, really thick trunks. And I also applied to play songs at a music festival in Mexico. I mean, it's super short notice, and seems unlikely, but I felt like it's a good idea to just stop playing small and to start to explore, you know, different aspects of my creativity and my adventure, especially as I free up more time and energy to do these things. And it's so easy for me to not go. I mean, I could have just sat and had a coffee at home, and I've just recorded a song, so I didn't need to like do another one out in the woods. But if it all goes wrong, at least I'll still have a song. That sounds like a song. And yeah, I just feel like I feel driven to just try different things and just to explore what it's going to be like to record music in different places. And I always feel like when you go out in nature, you feel much more connected to your surroundings, and the place we're going to is absolutely beautiful, and always something magical surprises. I have literally no idea what I'm gonna sing about or play about, other than it feels like it will be a deep connection with the area. So I'll really just be sharing what it feels like. Yeah, so that's it. I hope you enjoy the song. I'll see you in the song. Hello again. So I just passed the sign to the name of this forest, and so many synchronicities. It's called Beaumont Forest, and Beaumont is also the name of the street that our holiday house is in. And what's funny about the street that our holiday house is in is it was built by the Duke of Roxburgh, who also built one of our previous houses where we live in Dunbar, which is this beautiful old, it was like 1876 I think it was built, and it was a beautiful old golf club for about 18 people, like it was quite small. But that's always been, and our current house in Dunbar is built just next to, it's like just the other side of the dividing wall from the estate from the Duke of Roxburgh, or what was and is now woods. And so I don't like fully understand all the connection yet, but yeah, it feels like there are kind of both past lives connections and then also healing to be done as well, that I'm drawn to these places, and it's absolutely beautiful to reconnect with that, to see those, acknowledge those synchronicities, and yeah, embrace what we're about to do next, which is write a song in Beaumont Forest. Super excited. See you there. So here we are, just finding a location in Beaumont Forest, and it's absolutely beautiful here. And it's really quiet. There's just a couple of cars in the car park, it's privately owned, so it tends to be quieter here, and yeah, it's really stunning. There's just these beautiful big trees around us, and Patch is doing a poo, so it's perfect timing. So yeah, that was it. Just behind me there, the log where we recorded a song. It was really magical. It's very cold. I don't know what the temperature is. Probably feels about 7 degrees in the breeze. And the sun briefly came out for a minute. Hopefully it'll come out in some of the footage that I take here. It was a really magical experience. I felt like really energized. I felt like I was channeling the environment, like the beautiful nature. And there's so much, like the song was all about just being calm and breathing and having kind of infinite time. This way, Patch. And yeah, here's some of the beautiful big trees. Whoops, Patch is wrapping me up. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I was just thinking, why have I never done this before? Yeah, I really love coming out in nature and just combining different things as well, like combining music and walks in nature is just super fun and just great to take time to try something else. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't avoid it because you fear it. Do it because you fear it. Step through that fear. So just passed a couple, and they were walking their beautiful black Labrador, and our dogs just greeted each other. Their Labrador was so gorgeous, quite a young puppy, and just so lovely. And the guy said to me, "Oh, so have you been playing some music?" And I said, "Yeah, I just went down where I'd come from, and I'd been recording a song." And I said, I've never done it before. And he kind of gestured with his hands. It's like, "Oh, like you're really just, absorbing the atmosphere around you as you record music." And I was like, "Yeah, that's exactly it." So it's so beautiful to just have that brief exchange with strangers, and especially for me, like coming out of hermit mode, just to come outside and play music and just really enjoy the social aspects, not just with humans but with the wildlife too. So it's super fun and a beautiful experience to share. Take 3. Yay, we did it. We recorded a song in Beaumont Forest, and that was absolutely an incredible experience. It was cold, it was very quiet. We didn't meet anyone as we headed out there, and managed to find a beautiful log to sit on, and it's kind of between the two main paths. And there was lots of birds singing. There was a woodpecker. It's funny, just before I started, and I might have caught a little bit of this on the sound on the video, was I could hear a woodpecker came over, and it was really quite loud. It was like drrr, drrr, and that was really cool. And what else? Yeah, recording the song, I know part of me felt like maybe I shouldn't have brought so much technology with me. Like I had my little mixing desk and my microphone stand and tripod for video, but it was really nice. Like usually my reason to bring along technology is this kind of aspect of me that just wants to control. Like I want to control the sound. I want it to be so when you create the song, and afterwards you can tweak the vocals if they're too loud or too quiet, and the same with the guitar. Whereas this time I felt much more open to just whatever was going to be, and yeah, I think I'd be open to just like I've got a wireless mic, just taking that next time, or just trying a combination of all these things. And it was really magical. I'm I'm so used to just creating songs in the moment. I take it for granted that both I can be an open channel for a song to come through, and that there is always an infinite source for me to connect into to receive that song, that music. And this was no exception. It was just beautiful. The song was all about just being able to walk out and take time, go out in nature, and a huge aspect of nature is love. That nature is timeless, that love is timeless, and we often arrive at these places with a strong sense of time. We feel, the pressures and stresses of our daily human lives, and then when we go to a place like this, we start to very quickly forget it. I mean, one thing I love doing is I love recording video footage for songs, and I often just record like short clips, like 10 or 15 seconds, and then I put them together in a music video. And I really enjoyed that there's so much visually to take in. When you go into like a forest, some of these trees are really, really old, and I mean, there must be hundreds, I guess, of years old to have such thick, massive trunks. And so when you're walking through the nature and you see like there's like moss and plants and all these flowers intermingled with the trees, and it was incredible. Visually it's so much for you to take in. It's like too much, like you can't see it, and it's almost like the beauty is so rich and so deep that our human eyes and our human mind can't really absorb it all the time. And I feel like as a result we're often simplifying what we see around us. But it was just a beautiful sense of that timelessness, that infinite depth of beauty, the love of the forest, of nature. And afterwards, after we did the song, we then walked a bit further, and after quite a while, I think about 30-40 minutes, with my guitar and my mic stand, and it was just a really pleasant walk. I just loved getting around, and so now we're just heading back to the holiday house and just getting it ready to let it out for the season. And a big part of it's like, I don't want to go. Like we've been on holiday, on vacation here for a week, and it's the Thursday of the week, so you're like, oh, we're kind of past halfway. And I felt that what I love about the house is that it's this big old house, but it was such amazing value for money, and we were very lucky to be able to pay it off, and then we added our what we owed for the house onto our main, for our home's mortgage. And what's beautiful when you're there is you realise, well, we could just like sell our main home and live in this beautiful location. It's just incredible. There's so much to do in this area. There's so many beautiful nature walks. There's a castle, big, huge floors castle, which is just massive. Castle is just at the end of our street, and there's also a swimming pool we went to yesterday. I took Nathan swimming, and there's like an ice rink, and all these shops, and the restaurants are incredible. We went to this beautiful riverside restaurant as well, and it just feels so rich and abundant in such a beautiful Scottish Borders town. Yet we choose at the moment to live in Dunbar, near Edinburgh, because our kids go to school there, and we we have some friends there as well. So it's like it was just a really interesting feeling of, well, we could actually just live here. We could live in this. We own a house here, and we could live mortgage free, which would just be phenomenal. So yeah, that's a long update, 7 minutes. I just thought I'd share what's going on in my life, as well as the experience of creating music. And I love being able to express myself and to bring you along the journey with me. It's as much a journaling exercise for me as it is to be able to share these experiences with you. And yeah, I definitely encourage whoever's watching to just embrace the things you fear. I feared going out and playing in nature, and I just had a fantastic experience. I feel so blessed to have experienced that, and I have more things to do as well. Next week I'll be facing my fear of playing in a pub with lots of people, and I'll be doing that for hours and hours next Tuesday, which is going to be super fun. And I would encourage you to where there's fear in your life, the things you don't want to do, slightly beautiful, magical experiences, your dreams are just on the other side of it. So I'd encourage you to do it. So yeah, that's it from me. And I hope you have a beautiful day, and thank you for all your love and support. Sending my love from Scotland. Love you.